Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'd like to welcome you to our Junior Athlete Program. In this PowerPoint, I'm going to be explaining everything to do with our junior program and how to get the most out of your sessions and the program during your time as a Game Time athlete. So the purpose of today, we're going to go through what is actually involved in our junior program and how the program is administered and what you need to do before your first session so you can rock on in confident what it's going to entail. So our junior performance sessions, prior to your first session, you'll be sent an email from our exercise software, TeamBuildr. Now, double check your spam folder. Sometimes it can go there. This is where all your sessions will be loaded to, and it's how we're going to track your progress during the program. Make sure you set it up all before your first session so that when you turn up, you can rip straight in and we don't have to sort that at the start. During your first session, turn up 5 minutes early. Recommend wearing suitable gym clothes and bring a towel and water bottle. Another important point is, hey, don't turn up on an empty stomach. We want to make sure you got enough energy to really rip in and get the intended stimulus out of the workout. The supervising coach will then welcome you in for your session. Keep everything with you, including your phone throughout the session, just so it's nice and handy. Now, this is what the TeamBuildr app will look like. So once you've set it all up, this is an example of one of my senior athletes, but you'll see it's a similar sort of flow. Now, based off your experience, sport, testing findings, and goals, your assigned coach will be currently putting together your unique program. Every individual session will have a similar flow, but everybody's program will be different. You'll start with a preset warm-up, so that'll be at the top, what you'll see. You can either start that, or if it's a bigger session, the coach will actually take you through a group warm-up. Then you'll move into your session plan. Everyone in the room will have a different program. However, the structure will stay the same. Exercises will be grouped in pairs, or what we call supersets. Now, if you look over the phone here, you can see under the strength part, there's some A exercises, Bs, and Cs. So what they are is they're actually grouped together. So during this session, this person would do their A1, then they'd do a set of their A2, and then they'd rest. Now, then depending on what it says there, you can see on the phone, it says 3 times 12 and 3 times 10 each side. That means you do 3 supersets or 3 rounds of those A group before you then move into your Bs and then into your Cs. Now, if you click into each exercise, you'll see the left phone. This is what you'll see to start off with. So it'll tell you the reps, the weights, the intensities. There might be a little note at the top. During the junior program, there might be what you call an RPE. So all that means is out of 10, how hard should that load be? So usually it's around 7 to 9, depending on the week. So it tells you how hard you should be working. And then later on, once we've got a bit of data, it might actually put the weight in there for you to hit. Now, if you also click the red camera there, there'll be a video demonstration of most exercises. We've got hundreds, almost thousands of exercises. So majority of the YouTube videos all uploaded. But if you've got any questions, please ask your coach as you go. Now, during your first session in a couple of weeks, the coach will be spending a whole lot more time with you to help get you used to the way we do things and those new movements. During the session, the coach will then make their way around providing support and cues to make sure you're doing things well and getting the most out of your training. So our timetable. So we've reserved our 3:45 time only for juniors, okay? So this is a time that we put aside that's only accessible for our junior athletes to get them all together and train together. Otherwise, they can come in during our rehab and performance times. So there might be people doing rehab or others doing S&C, and they could absolutely turn up to those sessions. Those are at 6 a.m., 9:30 in the morning. We've got 4:30 and a 6 p.m. as well, just if, a day or two, that 3:45 doesn't quite work. We've got that availability for them to still come in and get their session done. You've got to book in before your session, so you could do that, your first session you turn up for the week and you could just book the rest of the week going, or you could ring over the phone, or you can actually do it online through our website as well. So we'd like to cap it at 6 people at the moment. Once I knock out a few walls, it'll be 8. That's just to ensure we get that high quality coaching, and then you get that one-on-one support throughout, and you don't get lost in the back of a class. So spots are limited, so we want to make sure that you're in there, you don't miss out. And with our junior program, we want to aim for a minimum of 2 to 3 sessions. Okay, that's the 3 is kind of that sweet spot, especially with sport and school and everything like that. We want this program to fit within your schedule, not be your schedule. Okay, so it's meant to be, it's programmed so that it fits well within, if you're playing sport at the time and you got competition on Fridays, it's designed to kind of facilitate you to perform as well on the weekend, not gym just be your only focus. So retesting the commitment. So our program follows a 6-week cycle. So every 6 weeks, on that 6th week, we'll do a testing week where we actually incorporate several of those tests that you did during your performance testing within those sessions at the start. Then you'll finish off with a little bit more of our gym program, but we just want to actually start to track how we're going. With our minimum sign up of 12 weeks, this allows us to do all our testing over that 12-week period, so 2 training blocks, to really get a gauge of just how far and well you've been going. Support through the program. So your program will be accessible throughout the week. So you'll be able to jump onto the Team Builder app and see it in advance. You jump on a Monday, you'll be able to see the whole week. It's crucial you input your results into your program. The reason why we do that is it actually starts to build a bit of an athlete profile. Okay, we can start to identify certain areas that we're weak on, things we're progressing really well, and this is where we can actually print off reports and see how you're going. But we need the data, so you got to make sure you put it in there. It'll also allows you to look at the video demonstrations and the exercises before your session, just so you can become familiar with those movements. Just to reduce the time you're kind of waiting around to chat to a coach if they're occupied with another athlete. Now, in the perfect world, you would attend at least 1 session per week with your assigned coach. So what this means is instead of coaches talking between each other, which we do all the time, this allows you to actually chat to them. They can see how your program's going. And because they're the one that's actually changing and updating and do your program, they can do that on the spot. They've got all the information they need to continue to make sure that you maximize your potential in our program. Also, perks of being a GTP athlete, okay? You'll be assigned your own unique athlete number, okay? And now this will never be given out again, all right? So only ever be one number 22, okay, or number 10. And as we continue to try and get bigger and bigger and help more and more athletes take that next step, you'll see who the OGs are, who are the ones that were there at early days. So that's quite a cool, unique thing. So on the shirt that you'd be given, it'll have your initials and your unique number, which we think is pretty cool. Other things as a Game Time athlete, you have unlimited access to our recovery room upstairs. So we've got our Normatec compression pants, great for those who've been training really hard, feeling pretty tight through their legs. Great to just reduce that lactic acid and make you feel like you're floating out of that room. There's a few other tools which we can help set you up on, and so you can get the most out of your recovery as well. Also, if you happen to get an injury, all of the strength and conditioning coaches here at Game Time with physios as well. So we offer 50% off physiotherapy and just a little bit less than that on our myotherapy or more the manual therapy consultations. We want to make sure that we're looking after our athletes from all aspects, and rehab and injury prevention is a big part of that. If we have any sort of special offers coming out, info nights, workshops that we're planning in the future, you'll be the first to know about it. And you'll be the ones able to see our newsletter first every week starting in September. Then as we continue to build partnerships, so I've got a few things in the works with some sports dietitians, sports psychiatrists, some supplement stores, all these sort of things. You guys will have discounts associated with that once they become available, and we'll let you know there too. So let's get to work. Really looking forward to you joining the program. We think it's an amazing product, and we've really seen some great results for athletes. And we try to make it as fun as possible. So you come in, forget about your school, forget about your sport, and just have a good time as well, and really teaching some good movement patterns and setting those foundations for your sport. So we look forward to seeing you at your first session. Any questions, please feel free to send us an email or contact us. But apart from that, we'll see you at your first session.